I am trying my best. I am trying my best to kind of decompress here and not lose it right now because it's just so incredibly awful being a fan of the New York Yankees at this point. It's just terrible. We saw today, as we've seen in the last couple of days, we have seen the New York Mets kind of take over the town. And we have seen the New York Mets do what the New York Yankees used to do, and that is care about their fans. And we're not seeing anyone care in the Yankees front office for any of us Yankee fans. I go to games and I wear the pinstripes. And I'm not one of those fans, by the way, that wear the jerseys that have the numbers on it. Real fan, go to the games with the jerseys that don't have the number, and I go and I root for the Yankees. Why? Why am I going to continue to do that? Why am I going to continue to spend my hard-earned money on going to Yankee games? Why am I going to waste my absolute time listening to a game on the radio? Why am I going to waste my absolute time watching a game on the S Network or wherever the hell they may be on? Why? The New York Yankees have been happy with the status quo for too long. And it starts with Hal Steinbrenner. And this was an interesting stat that I saw today. This was tweeted out by Tommy Smokes of Barstool Sports. The Yankees' payroll in 2005 was $205 million. The 2005 Yankees' revenue was $277 million. The current Yankee payroll is $210 million. That's 2019. That's the last full season. The revenue was $683 million. They're making more money than they ever have before, and they're not spending any of it. So none of us Yankee fans should give them another dime of our money. No Yankee fan should be walking into Yankee Stadium next year and paying for anything. I want to see television ratings go down. I want to see radio ratings go down. And I want to see attendance numbers for the Yankees go down. And maybe Hal Steinbrenner will sit in his office, wake up and go, man, I'm losing the fans. Maybe I have to do something like, I don't know, put a winning team out there. And don't give me winning team. Like, you know what? This is the Yankees. I don't count 89 wins and a wild card as a winning team, as a winning season. I don't want that. I want the championships again. I want the champagne. I want the New York, New York. I want the going down the Canyon of Heroes. Give me something. The Mets, for as bad as they have been, they have gotten to more World Series since 2010 than we have. And they had the city rocking. And for all the years that the Mets have put in there that they have not been good, the Mets have been exciting. The Yankees, outside of the first couple of years of the baby Bombers, have been dull, boring, status quo, mediocre baseball. And why am I paying a ticket to see it? Why are you paying a ticket to see it? We're Yankee fans. Shouldn't we expect more than this? Shouldn't we expect more? And I just want to know. It is, let's see what time it is. It is 7:16. 7:16 Eastern time. I want to know if Hal Steinbrenner is still alive. Can we get somebody on the phone? Can we put an APB out? Can somebody find out if Hal Steinbrenner still has a pulse? Can somebody please find out if Hal Steinbrenner is still alive? Because I want to know if he is, then what the hell is he doing? Does he not see what's going on? Does he not see what's happened today? Does he not see that today, two elite shortstops gone in a single day? Two elite starting pitchers gone in a single day. And not one word from him. Not one single goddamn word. And why? Why? I want to know why. We're the New York Yankees. We're supposed to be the time-honored tradition. We're supposed to be baseball. We're supposed to be the class of the Major League Baseball. That's what we're supposed to be. And you have the New York Mets going out there. And I don't want to hear that it's too much money. Someone said, would you pay Scherzer that contract? Yes, and I'd pay him $10 million more. If that meant giving my team a freaking championship, I will pay him anything he wants. Because that's what you do when you're an owner that wants to win. When you're driven, you'll do anything, and I mean anything, anything for your team, anything for your fan base. You'll do anything. Not Hal. Not Hal. Oh, no. Not Hal. Absolutely not. You know what the Yankees have become? They've become bargain bin baseball. That's what they become. Bargain bin baseball. I tell you what has gone down after Simeon has gone to the Rangers, after Seager has gone to the Rangers, Robbie Ray gone, Gausman gone, and Gausman going to Toronto also. So a team in your division stacks up on pitching, but you're just sitting there doing nothing. Because again, Jordan Montgomery's going to win you a pennant. Oh, of course he will. Of course he will. So this is what the Yankees have done today. Actually, there's been something coming. I see a smoke screen. Something is coming from Yankee land. What is it? What could it be? What could it be? The Mets are spending money and going out there and making an attempt and saying, you know what? Fuck it. We are going to win the 2022 World Series. Or by God, we're at least going to win the pennant. They are putting all of their cards on the table. And Steve Cohen, as much as I have trashed him, as much as I thought that he looked so stupid carrying on, being butthurt about not getting Steven Matz. Who cares? I am disappointed. Who cares, dude? It's Steven Matz. I guess Max Scherzer is a pretty good plan B to Steven Matz. So it all worked out. And I've been critical of Cohen. But damn it, he's got the money and he's spending it. He is spending that money on his fans, on his team to win. What are the Yankees doing today? Oh, yes. The Yankees today. The Yankees are in talks with the Pittsburgh Pirates about pursuing catcher Jacob Stallings. Mets just signed Scherzer. Seager, gone. Rangers, another AL team that picked him up. Blue Jays, Gausman. Ray, gone. But the Yankees are talking with the Pirates, and they're talking about picking up catcher Jacob Stallings. That's what they're doing. That's what they're worried about. That's what they're concerned about. Jacob Stallings from the Pirates. Oh, this is another thing, though. They did make a signing today. I want everyone to know that the New York Yankees have made a signing today. So maybe Hal isn't dead. Who knows? The Yankees today. Mets want to sign Max Scherzer. The Mets want to spend money to win a world championship. The Yankees will do you one better. This is what the bargain bin boys, the bargain bin bombers, this is what the bargain bin bombers have done. The bargain bin bombers have signed shortstop Jose Peraza to a minor league deal. The 27-year-old played 64 games with the Mets in 2021. Yankees signed Jose Peraza. The Mets are getting Sterling Marte. The Mets are getting Max Scherzer. The Blue Jays have picked up Gausman. But the bargain bin boys are getting Peraza, and they're looking at Jacob Stallings from the Pirates. What am I supposed to do as a Yankee fan? I'm supposed to sit there and enjoy it, sit there and like this, sit there and go, oh, okay, you know what? I want to see another year of Jacob Montgomery going 4 2/3 innings. I want to see another year of that. Because I have worked so hard and I paid so much and I've gotten so much money and I paid my hard-earned share of money to go to Yankee games. And that's what I want to see. Do you understand as a Yankee fan? Oh, that's all we want to see, Hal. You're right. You're absolutely right. How could I be so stupid? Hal Steinbrenner does know what his fans want. They want to see another year of Derek Cole pitching average baseball because Major League Baseball cracked down on spider tack. So you know what that means. You know, Cole is figured out. And you know what? People talking about Correa. They don't want to sign Correa because he's a cheater. Well, what do we have leading our rotation in the Bronx for the bargain bin bombers? Who is leading that rotation? I know. Garrett Cole. Somebody who went and Major League, and the numbers are there. When Major League Baseball cracked down on spider tack, you saw Cole's numbers drop not a little bit, not slightly. They went down. Plummeted. Like the stock market in 29. Plummeted to the ground. But hey, don't worry about that. We got Corey Kluber. Oh, well, actually, no, because Tampa Bay just picked him up. So, yeah, again, that's another thing. Not saying that Corey Kluber is anything truly special. But you know what? Let's just have Corey Kluber walk over to another team in the division that develops pitching and always has a healthy rotation. Let's just have Kluber sign over there because we don't care, right? And as Yankee fans, we want to see that. We want to see that. Because we want to keep holding out hope for Luis Severino. That he's the second coming of God. And we have to be force-fed and believe that Luis Severino is our Roger Clemens. That Luis Severino is our Pedro Martinez. And I am tired. I am tired every single year of talking about this. He's injury prone, number one. And number two, he's not that good. And I have fought with Yankee fans for years. What do you say in Luis Severino? What consistent body of work has Severino done where he has shown you, okay, you know what? Damn, we're going to the ball game today. Severino's on the mound. He gives us a chance to win. And I am 100% confident that Severino is going to go out there, 7 innings at least every single outing. And Severino's a guy that I want leading my rotation to a pennant, to a world championship. No! Absolutely not! You got Garrett Cole's little golf caddy, whatever the hell that they call him. His little buddy from Pittsburgh. And yeah, he had some decent numbers last year. I'm not sitting there popping the champagne for this guy. And something else that, again, it bothers me. And I've gone to 2 games that he has pitched, and I have been relentless, absolutely relentless, because I can't stand him. Can't stomach him. I'm supposed to believe, and I'm supposed to sit back and relax as a Yankee fan and be overjoyed for another year of Jordan Montgomery going out there and barely getting out of the 5th inning. And see, that's the difference. That's the difference right now between the Mets, and that's the difference between the Yankees right now. That is the difference. And you want to say, oh, well, guess what? The rotation for the Mets really isn't that good without Scherzer and DeGrom. Once you get past DeGrom and Scherzer, then really what do you have? I don't understand. It's the best 1-2 punch in baseball. It's the best 1-2. It's like having Clemens and Pedro back to back. Now, listen, does DeGrom have to stay healthy? Of course. But DeGrom and Scherzer, think about this, folks. Think about it. Just think about it. I want you to think real hard. And I want you to close your eyes as a Yankee fan and just picture this. There's a team in New York. There's a baseball team in New York that has Jacob DeGrom and Max Scherzer pitching back-to-back days. And then on the other side of town, we have to see Garrett Cole muster through 6 innings because you forgot to take the spider tack. And Jordan Montgomery and Luis Severino. And I'll give you a hint. The rotation that sucks isn't in Flushing. It's in the Bronx. It's in the Bronx. And the team that's a laughingstock is in the Bronx. I understand that Cashman barreled his way into a corner idiotically, which, again, I don't know why he's even back with this team. But he gives Aaron Hicks all that money. Then he makes the move for Stanton. And granted, Stanton had a solid year last year. But I'm sorry. That contract is killing the Yankees. But still, You're the Yankees. You're making so much money. The revenue is insane. You can't spend some of that money. Again, to reiterate, 2019, 210 million was their revenue. I'm sorry. Yes, the payroll, 210 million. 2019, 683 million. 210 million payroll, 683 million revenue. We can't get players in here to win us a championship. I mean, when was the last time the Yankees even won the division? It seems like ages ago. Remember back then, remember when there was a time that the Yankees won division title after division title? Granted, the division sucked. And this is what I said all along, all those years, that the Yankees were not developing players. The Yankees were throwing people away, throwing pieces away, or just making dumb trades and bad signings in general. And what was bound to happen? What was bound to happen was that the American League East was going to catch up to them. Tampa is a prospect factory. They develop these players, especially the pitchers, so well. So well. Toronto, we've seen what they've done in the last 10 years. The Orioles, okay, they've taken a step backwards. And really, you can make a case the Orioles are really the only team that outside of a couple of years under Buck, they really haven't had anything. The Red Sox, the hated rivals, the Red Sox. Oh, what have they done? They've been what the Yankees used to be in the 90s, early 2000s. And again, we can get mad over it. We get pissed over it. But I'm curious. I'm just curious that as a Yankee fan, why would you go and spend your money? When you see that payroll is at $210 million and their revenue is $683 million, why would you give them a freaking dime? Why would you give them another dime of your money? I wouldn't give them another dime, another penny, another dollar, another quarter. I wouldn't give them anything. I would not give them anything. Force their hand. We see this all the time, and I've seen this as a Jets fan. People bitch and complain, but you're still going to the games. They're running out a clueless defensive rookie head coach every 3 years. They get an incompetent, not ready for primetime quarterback that they draft, and they think he's the second coming. It doesn't work out. We see this every single couple of years with the Jets. They're a dumpster fire. And the Johnsons are incompetent. And they're incapable of running a football franchise. But, and also they're incapable of hiring the right people. And people want to talk about Brian Cashman. Brian Cashman has had a lot of swings and misses. Lots of swings and misses. Jared Wright, Kei Agawa, Jacoby Ellsbury, Hicks. This crap of a bargain bin rotation that he's put out there the last couple of years. He's had a lot of swings and misses. And I think we look at Cashman and we say, oh, well, he was the architect. No, he was not. Those weren't Cashman's teams. That was Stick Michael. Wasn't Cashman. What has Brian Cashman done for this team? Yeah, he spent a lot of money in 2000 in the 2008 offseason. And once it came to 2009, they won a championship. Okay. But that was it. I feel like we're just another team now. As a Yankee fan, I feel like we're just another team. It was always we can count on at least being in the league championship series, in the World Series, winning a World Series. We could always count on that, and now we can't. And it doesn't seem to be getting better. And I don't see a clear path, and I don't see how you could tell me right now. And again, people go, "Oh well, Chris, I would relax. I wouldn't be going crazy in November. Who knows who knows what the finished product would be?" Well, my God, what is the finished product going to be? Everybody is gone. They didn't sign anyone. There's nobody left to sign. So this is basically it in November. It's over. Every single high price free agent the Yankees did not get again. When was the last time the Yankees reeled in a big fish? And I don't count the stupid Stanton trade. I mean, I guess you could say Cole. But remember when consistently George, every offseason, the Yankees would acquire a huge name every single year. And the Yankees were in it every single year. And now, don't get me wrong, George Steinbrenner was not perfect, but for the love of God, he loved the Yankees. He loved winning more than breathing. And he did whatever it took to put a team that could contend for a World Series on the field. His son is not doing that. George Steinbrenner is rolling over in his grave. He has to be ashamed of what his son, Hal Steinbrenner, has done with this team. He cares more about that damn luxury tax than he cares about putting a goddamn World Series winning team out on the field in the Bronx. And that's what frustrates me. As a fan, that's what pisses me off. And yeah, does it suck? Oh, you bet. You bet it sucks that you got to look at your crosstown rival, the guys right across from you, the Mets, who are signing huge free agent after huge free agent. And the Mets are the talk of the town. And now you're saying, hey, you know what? Maybe people want to play in New York. They want to play for the Mets. They want to play for the Mets. You know, people have their fun, as did I. We saw Syndergaard go. We saw Loop go. We saw Mats go. We saw people not go to the Mets. And we said, hey, you know what? Maybe people don't want to play for the Mets. Maybe there's a culture thing there, and maybe no one wants to play there. And that's why I was very critical of Steve Cohen. But I got to give the devil his due. They have turned it around immensely since Black Friday. It's only been a couple of days. But since then, the Mets, and they signed Billy Epler as their GM. And my God, this guy rolled up his sleeves and he hit the ground running. That's what a GM should do. Don't give a damn about the luxury tax. Don't give a damn about anything else. Money, who cares? We'll pay for it later. We got to get this guy. We got to get him now. And that's the GM that I want. Now, granted, you can't really kill Cashman that much for the bargain bin stuff, because that's all Hal. That's all Hal. Because if Cashman not spending money and Cashman not going out to get free agents, if that was a problem, he would have been fired. Or Hal would have. I don't think Hal would have really said something in the papers, because Hal has no balls. He has no guts. He's not like his father. He never will be. But you better believe that if Hal wanted money spent and Hal wanted guys in here and Cashman wasn't getting them in, then Cashman would have been fired. But he wasn't. Why? Because it's all part of a plan. They got to work around the little luxury tax. They got to work around the little luxury tax. Oh, we're the Yankees. We're the Yankees, and we're worried about a little luxury tax. You took in almost $700 million in revenue. $700 million. You're worth billions and billions of dollars. You have built your reputation, I'll admit, on buying championships. Yeah, we've developed a couple of players along the way, but yeah, we freaking pay for our championships. And you know what? It's worth it. But now they're paying for it. First off, by the way, side note, I don't want to ever hear a Met fan say or bitch about the Yankees buying their way to championships ever again. Ever again. I never want to hear that again. Because you have become the Yankees. The Mets are the Yankees. The Mets are the Yankees, and Cohen is George. So I don't want to hear any Met fan say from here on out, oh, you know what? The Yankees buy the championships. Guess what? So do you. So do you. You buy your World Series rings also, just like us. So they can't say anything in that department anymore. The Yankees, let's look forward to another 87 win season, fighting for that wild card, a one-game wild card. Maybe you'll win it, maybe you don't. And if you win it, you'll get bounced in the division series. That's Yankee baseball. See, Yankees baseball now is not about winning championships. It's not about the quest for 28 anymore. No, it's not. The bargain bin bombers are about this. This is what the bargain bin bombers are happy with now. Anywhere from 85 to 89, 90 wins. Fighting for that second wild card. Sometimes even third place in your division. Maybe you host the wild card game. Maybe you don't. Maybe you win the wild card game. Maybe you don't. And if you're lucky to win, you'll just get bounced in the American League Division Series. And that's what they're about. That has become the mantra now for the bargain bin bombers. 85 to 89 wins, wild card, bounced in possibly the ALDS. But we as Yankee fans are expected to pay to go to Yankee Stadium and watch this bullshit. That's what it is. It's crap. The product is unwatchable. And I tell you right now, for one, I'll go to every other ballpark in America in 2022. And I didn't go to one last year. I'm not going to one this year. I will not step foot in Yankee Stadium. Now, again, I'm one out of billions of Yankee fans. So what difference do I make? But I'm telling you right now, it's what I believe in, and I'm staying true to it. So I don't want anyone buying me birthday gifts or Christmas gifts that involve Yankee tickets, because I won't go. I'll sell them. I'm not in that stage yet of burning the jersey and giving away my fandom. I won't do that. And I don't think I ever will. I don't think I ever will change to another team. I don't think I'll ever go and be another fan of another baseball team. I think I'll be a Yankee fan until the day I die. And I'm okay with that. I'm used to pain. I'm a Jets fan. I'm a Nets fan. I've been a Devils fan for the last 15 years. So yes, I'm used to pain. I've also been a USC fan also. So I'm used to the heartbreak of my sports teams. And I saw a lot of early success with the Yankees. So I don't think I'm at that stage, or I'll ever be at that stage where I leave to go to another team. I don't think I'll ever do that. Certainly not. I'm not going to sit in there. I mean, I threw the jersey before, but I'm not going to sit there and burn a jersey. No, I'm not going to do that. But am I going to sit here and think that the Yankees won't be better until Hal Steinbrenner sells the team or we have a new GM? Yes. And I will not spend a dime on the Yankees. And I will not go to Yankee Stadium to watch a game until they show me that they give a shit about me. If you don't give a shit about me, why am I then going to give you so much money? Why am I going to spend so much money at your snack stands? Why am I going to spend so much money walking into the ballpark to watch a game? To see Jordan Montgomery go 4 2/3 innings? No. I will be back at Yankee Stadium when the Yankees show me that they're the Yankees again and they care about winning more than the luxury tax. Until they do that, I'm fine with catching a few games on TV because I ain't going. I can tell you that right now. The bargain bin